But thank you, Magical, for reminding me, or I guess I had no idea that there's a Modern Last Chance qualifier starting right as the stream start time is. These are very, very good events to play in. They are 5 rounds. If you win all 5 of them, you get to qualify for the Modern Showcase event, which is a very, very good event to qualify for. In fact, I guess we kind of have to do a hand hider, and I guess the hand hider is still the same from the last time we played Inti Asmo. It's just like such a high stake event. Every match matters so much. So if we lose a match, we'll go back to the regularly scheduled content. I've got some cool decks. I've got Mono Blue Tron with Enigma Jewel. I've got a Carnosaur deck finally ready to go. The Enigma Jewel Tron deck has been pretty good. But these events are also fun too. Yeah, I also haven't really changed this deck very much. I've like tried to build other builds of it, other little slight variations, but this mono red splashing for Haywire Mite has been, I think, the best so far, and there's not really a lot I want to change about this. And every time I try to reinvent the formula, I end up feeling like this build is the best. Opponent is still taking some time to show up here. This is also why I really like to have hand hiders of pain. Thank you for enduring the pain. But there's there's like a pause between my opponent showing up at the match starting. Either our opponents are doing something in real life, or they're like tuning into the stream. And I'm not saying that that's what's happening here, but it just is good to have the peace of mind in these like high stake matches. And I've got a good keepable 7-card hand here on the draw against a Windswept Heath. Opponent maybe playing this Abzan. Is playing this Abzan Sam deck here. Very cool. I'm going to play a Shinka and a Ragavan. Usually Ragavan pretty bad in these matchups, but with more so Inti, but we have the Shinka here. You can actually punch through a little bit. And there's a Sam. Probably a pretty good matchup. Go ahead and cycle the Street Wraith. Let's blast the Sam. Kind of an interesting decision point. Just, obviously sequence. I'm going to play the Urza Saga here. I'm going to play an Underworld Cookbook, and I'm going to pass. Super impressed playing your Mono Black Stalker Souls Cauldron deck, and you're using to try that for the challenge. I mean, I think that's good. So what I like about this build specifically compared to that build, the black-based builds, is you have a lot of reach with your burn spells, and like your card advantage from Inti translating into a lot of burn is a really good way to like close games quickly and like have inevitability. And also like the black builds are just so weak to Graveyard Hate, and also like if you're playing one of these Urza Saga builds, you're weak to Graveyard Hate, and you're weak to like the same like disenchant stuff that these decks can struggle with. And so you just kind of have some of those like typical problems, if that makes sense. Okay, not making a Saga token this turn, but I do have another cookbook from this Asmo, and I have this Channeler. So if I graveyard this, I have Delirium. It's kind of a nice card to have in the deck, but I think I don't really need it this game, and I guess I would be getting Delirium next turn anyway from the Saga. But I don't think we really need the effect here. Now, I think it could probably be a good idea to just kill this now, and it could also be fine to just trade Ragavan for Cauldron Familiar. Like, these decks don't usually play Cookbook, and getting the blocker off the field is fine. I think our mana is going to be pretty accounted for, and my opponent could also have Chord of Calling, or could draw Chord of Calling, and without the extra creature in play, like that, those draws would be like significantly worse. That was my Thanksgiving week. Checked out PS5. Awesome. Very cool. Yeah, Spider-Man 2 is so fun. I had a good Thanksgiving. We hosted a Friendsgiving on Friday that was just like, it was awesome. It was just always good to see everybody, and it's always like, I always look forward to it a lot more than real Thanksgiving or whatever. Uh, yes, thankful for friends. I'm most thankful for Twitch chat, as always.
I'm most thankful for this shirt.
Yeah, we also got a lot of the Teddy Fresh magic stuff. I got the counter spell on. Feels great. Feels really good. Yeah, seems like, I mean, I won't say what my last card is, but I'm feeling pretty comfy just killing this familiar now. Yeah, when is chat's giving, huh? Alright. Seems like we've got a pretty good matchup here. I'm gonna get these monkeys out of here. I'm gonna get probably both needles in. One Pyrite Spellbomb. You're just one needle. No Bluetron today. So yeah, I had the sweet Bluetron deck. We'll still play it at some point, like today for sure. But there's a modern last chance qualifier happening, and so I needed to. It's just too good. It's very good to stream these events, and I also didn't get to stream a tournament this weekend. I just need to do it this time. I guess I play Stone also. Stone is good against. Is it only good against Cat? Being good against Cat is pretty nice though. Let me look at this. It's probably a little bit different. But we will play it. I'm excited for that. Only 2 cats in the deck. Yeah, I don't think we bring in the Stone. But I don't play the Flame Slash. The sorcery speed removal is kind of like, it's kind of whatever. Yeah, I think we've got a ton of removal, and that's kind of the worst one by a lot. Yeah, I know. It feels weird for me to say, hey guys, I got a Bluetron deck, but I do. It's like, I don't know. I've been really obsessed with Enigma Jewel, and I think that Bluetron is actually the is going to be the best shell for it. And it's been like pretty promising in my off-stream playtesting, and like there is still like some I don't know. There's still something about like the Bluetron playstyle I'm trying to adjust to and like learn or whatever, but it's been going well. Yeah, I don't think anyone's made a joke about the hand hider yet, Sharps, but you can get some brainstorming going and we can really make the same joke all day. What's Enigma? See, Enigma Jewel is a or you might be doing a Ligma joke, right? But if you're not, Enigma Jewel is a 1-mana blue artifact. It just tapped. You can spend. So probably has Bowmaster here. You could spend the 2 colorless mana it makes only to use activated abilities, which is really good with Urza Saga, Signets, Nimble Obstructionist, Shark Typhoon. Just to name a few cards that it pairs well with. Yeah, you don't want to play into minor misstep. So you want to hold those Mox in. I think I'm actually not gonna need that needle. Okay, Force of Vigor is pretty rough here. We get to make a food token. Pretty gross. And they play Scurry Oak. Okay, I'm not as worried about Scurry Oak, I guess. Do you have another Urza Saga? I think we can get in. Just bolt the Scurry Oak now, so I can make a Saga token next turn without like being weird against the instant speed Court of Calling. A little bit scared of them just slamming a Coco. Maybe they have boarded in too many Force of Vigors and they'll brick. No, they hit Rosie and Scurry Oak. And we lose. Game 3 on the play, I guess. Maybe I don't want this needle. Also, maybe Ragavan is a lot better against them than... Or enough better. I guess they're still a Bowmaster deck. Yeah, I don't think Needle on Cat really matters that much. You just have so much. Play another Pyrite Spellbomb. maybe 1 on the play. Stone of Erech over Needle for cat portion of the combo. Yeah, Stone also cycles. I think I'm down with that. The cat combo can be really annoying for this deck. They're watching the Energy Pioneer thing yesterday. I didn't know. I have been playing some Pioneer off stream though. Okay, I got a sick hand. Why do standard testing for RCQ season? So my policy is always I'm gonna play Magic on stream that I think is interesting. Last chance qualifier, very high stakes, very exciting. If we win all 5 matches, we get to qualify for the Modern Showcase. That's interesting. The Modern decks I have prepped for today, those are interesting. If I'm gonna play a standard tournament, I'm gonna prepare for it off stream. And if I think I've got something interesting and cool, I'll play it on stream. But so far, my Pioneer testing, like I'm like almost locked in on a deck, and and the deck is not something I think is like that interesting to play on stream. So we'll see if I do. I do have some other Pioneer decks that are pretty good content, I think, that I want to get to at some point. But I've like the one it's kind of weird, right? Because there's an RCQ coming up. I have some decks I might want to play on stream. I've like basically all but eliminated them for the RCQ, so it's just like a weird place to be. Parentheses Isbot agreed again. So yeah, we'll see what it is, huh? You have to. I don't know. Let's see. When Mutt and Spyro Finhale, it's too high on the curve. I think you're like you want to keep a low mana curve, basically be an aggro deck. All right, Inti's time to take over here. Each cookbook is basically, or nearly +1 card a turn. Should probably have done this in upkeep. Actually, looking for an instant speed burn spell. Remember, all of these are going to be available to be on my next turn. I'll do this now because of Court of Calling, I guess, but Channeler, Bauble, 2 pretty good ones to have. And I do also have as my 1 unknown card in hand, or I guess 2, one of my other unknown cards in hand, a Street Wraith. All right, so we have oh, and I did find a bird spell, so let's go ahead and use that here. Maybe saving it for Sam in hand is better. They only have 1 card after this. It's just a Rosie. Okay. It's nice that even if they top deck Scurry Oak, they can't really use it. Phoenix is interesting to stream. So I'll say this, like, I really don't think it's that interesting to like just play any stock format deck. Phoenix is a cool deck for sure. We played even a good amount of like Pioneer Phoenix on stream in the past, but like I just don't really find it that interesting to be like, all right, chat, today we're playing like the most popular deck in Pioneer. That's today's stream. Just I don't know, it just doesn't really excite me. Right, I'll keep that on top. Assuming nothing happens, I'm playing Appraiser. So I will say that the deck I've been playing, I'm like 6-0 against Appraiser or something, which is like one of the main reasons I'm going to play it. But I don't think I can. I've told Doom what it is, but I don't think anybody else is going to really be on it. We'll see. I don't know if it's gonna be good. I'm gonna do like a friend playtesting day. Like we're all gonna go over and like get some testing in person. So that this may change my opinion. Because one problem is I haven't played the Phoenix matchup very much, and if the Phoenix matchup is garbage, then I have to pivot. All right. Okay, so we're 1-0 in the last chance. Oh man, Dross combo would be so cool. I don't know if the latest one did, unless I think the one before that was the more emotional one for sure. Okay, we're on the draw against Swamp Go. Swamp Scam, so y'all get to see the hand. It's pretty good, I think. They did mulligan to 6. We have 2 removal spells, although only one of them could kill the Grief here. We have Urza Saga, which is very important against being Grief Scam turn 1. What about a 4.5-year badge? Well, let's get that one done first. Thank you for saying subscribe despite the lack of badges. I'm going to pop this now because of Bowmasters. Top card is a Marsh Flats. Guess they could have not shown them the drawn Saga. Okay, down to 14. Is one with I think the worst card of Magic history? I don't think so. At least by like, I kind of feel like the worst cards are the boring cards. One with nothing is at least a very, very cool card. So I did draw Lightning Bolt. They have another Undying effect. This isn't super ideal. I'm going to keep this mounted on top. So I can just make as many Saga tokens, potentially. They don't have another Undying effect. That's a pretty big deal. They have 3 cards in their hand, though. Thoughtseize? Totally down for a Thoughtseize. Too bad I don't have this Inti in play. But this actually gives me Delirium. They take the Ragavan instead of the Inti, which I think I like that for me also. Because once I get a cookbook off the Saga, the Inti is going to be nice. I'm going to be making tokens here. This deck is pretty good against getting scammed. Like, your deck is like super low curve, lots of removal spells, Urza Saga, Asmo. This is just like kind of the exact formula you want to beat scam. Especially game 1. Obviously you could lose though, you know. You can lose. We get Mox Amber. I still have to draw a land. Let's get Cookbook. So it makes me a bit more resilient to a Scam Fury. The worst card is Scornful Egotist. Yeah, I usually say that that's my like invitational card. All streamers are Scornful Egotists. Galen with the 17. Thank you. Welcome back. Fnatic with the 22 months. Thank you. Thank you. Happy holidays to you too. Sorrow's Path. Yeah, a friend of mine, Zach. He has a Siki. There's a spirit. There's like he has a Siki commander deck, or there's some card that is like it's actually good with Sorrow's Path. I can't remember. It's like an 8-mana spirit, and like I forget how it works, but like it kind of goes crazy with Sorrow's Path. I think is this it? Yeah, Siki Season's Guide. It enters the battlefield with 8 counters on it. If damage would be dealt to Siki, you prevent that damage, and then you remove that many counters and make that many spirit tokens. So you get to trigger it with Sorrow's Path. Okay, up a game. Okay, so tentative side or the current sideboard plan of this matchup. I've kind of been waffling back and forth between bringing in a Pyrite Spellbomb for Voidwalker, which is not really that important because you have so much removal, or a Needle for Explosives. I think it's just Needle for Explosives. In range now as a Sorrow's Path. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, it's always fun how you get EDH lets you like these like really obscure cards to shine. Like even Archangel's Light or whatever the like awful mythic is. Gain 2 life for each card in your graveyard, shuffle graveyard into library. That card could, if you have 80 cards in your graveyard as the EDH game has progressed, you're gonna gain 160 and shuffle everything back in. Might versus Leyline. Yeah, you don't really care about Leyline a ton here. Like it turns off your Delirium and turns off your Ovalchase Daredevil loops, but you get to play a very normal game against them. Okay, my 7 card hand is good enough to keep. Yeah, they do have Leyline here, but they mulled the 6. Hopefully I get to put my money where my mouth is here. My first play is a turn 1 Channeler, which is worse, but also like sometimes they just still have to use a removal spell on this, although Sometimes they just bowmaster you. I'm gonna graveyard an Inti. I'm gonna use the I'm gonna keep a bolt. I'm gonna use the both baubles of my turn as a bowmaster. They still got that Fable on top, huh? Main phase the bowmasters. So I do have another Inti in my hand. They have Fable, 3 mystery cards. Kind of hoping that all they do this turn is play Fable. I'll take nothing. Happy with nothing. Fine. Guess I can't attack. Necessarily think they have a ton here. I'm just gonna go and pass though. I bolt my Inti in response. So I have 2 Street Wraiths in my hands. I think I just have to let this happen. Doesn't necessarily feel very good. Found another Inti though. Nice to be able to attack here and get this out of bowmaster range. We find an Urza Saga also. It's kind of huge. Get a Surveil. Keep that on top. Gonna play the Fable. It's kind of weird. I think I want to do this. Graveyard here. I guess I was actually wrong to graveyard it, but I just drew the 4th one, which is so fucking weird. Galvanic Blast this. Graveyard, I think. I don't want to discard my next card here. Not yet, at least. Okay, but see they have Fury on top. I guess at this point I can't actually discard anything. Yeah, you if they play Voidwalker and Leyline, Magic Online actually just chooses Leyline for you automatically, so nothing ever gets void countered. So they keep their hand. I imagine we're getting Furied. I'm hoping that we don't get Scam Furied. I could discard my Sokenzan here, which I think is fine, because I kind of want to make my construct bigger anyways. You find an Asmo, which is a really interesting card here. So let's see what we draw. Draw a very interesting one. Draw Urza Saga. So I guess if I want to cast Asmo this turn, which would be nice to, because of this flipped Fable, I would not be able to make a Saga token here. Seems like it'll probably be better to just forgo the Asmo and go for the Saga tokens. Could Needle Reflection of the Mirror Breaker potentially. I don't need to be worried about getting scammed. I could Needle Explosives. Let's do that. In before Hitotsugu, I know. They do have Hidetsugu, they do have second Saga at least. Yeah, no drum. I'm still not sure about drum versus Mox, but I don't feel super strongly about it at the moment, I guess. No, Playground hit Hitsugu by not making a token immediately. You can needle a token. This is not a token. This is a card. Okay, 2-0. This deck's really good, I think, or at least like very well positioned, and people don't know exactly how to play around it. Okay. So we are 2-0 in the last thing for the shirt. Yeah, this is from Teddy Fresh. The shirt's quality is really nice. It's kind of hard to find like magic stuff that's really nice. They have a bunch of them. I only liked a few of them a lot, but the ones I liked I really liked, and I'm pretty happy with the quality. So Windswept Heath go. I think we lead on Cookbook here. Dan flashes. Untapped Breeding Pool. Lower revealed. Playing Sensei. Up against a Bean deck. I'm not really sure how I like these matchups. They've been okay, I think. The burn really helps a ton. Like, you're mostly just a burn deck in this matchup. Like, they're already at 15 here, you know. I'm hoping they don't Solitude now, but seems like they might. Oh, okay. So now we get a card off the NT. Niweo, Twitch Prime, thank you, welcome back. There's a beanie, magic beanie that looks pretty good. I ended up not getting that one because my hair is like kind of too long for a beanie. Maybe I'll still get it if it's still there. I tried Enigma Jewel and Dice Factory. I don't think it makes any sense in like the current Dice Factory builds. I guess it like filters the key. Maybe it's good. It's good with Surge Node. I'm just kind of worried it doesn't do enough there. Maybe it's better than I think. All right, so what do we find off the NT? We find a Ragavan. Okay. I think I'm gonna main phase. Get my card off NT here. Hoping not to see an Omnath. Top card is Heath. They target the Cookbook. It's just, I think that makes a lot of sense. 6 cards in their hands. Ardent Plea. So they're on Jace. Don't see any Furies so far. Do see some Omnaths chilling around there. Got some good top decks. Looks like I'm going to have to bolt the Solitude. Probably going to lose this one. Yeah, I think the Blood Crypt is the only thing not reflected in the Mox field. Sorry. Bounces a bean. It's lucky for me they haven't found an Omnath yet. Don't think this Ovalchase Daredevil is really going to save me. Okay, let's go game 2. Haven't been sideboarding a lot in this matchup. Like, I got the Shadowspear, have regretted it sometimes. Bring in the Void Mirror. I don't want any of the burn that like only kills creatures. Like we have Blast and Asmo to kill Omnath. You don't really want any other removal. Ragavan's pretty good this matchup. You can play like a Haywire Mite. I think you play a Mite over the Mamber. Although the Ovalchases are also pretty bad. You want some number, but like not 4. Could bring in Needle for Teferi. Don't really care much about Teferi, I guess. Go play second Mite over third Daredevil. Okay, on the play, game 2. My hand is quad Urza Sagas. Mulliganing. Keeping my 6. They started paying costs. Okay, well, we'll take the 2-for-1 here, I guess. They have Bean? I kind of feel like if they had Bean... Oh, they have Binding. Okay. It's okay. I don't have a Street Wraith, unfortunately. Would have been kind of nice there, huh? Do you have a Haywire Mite? Island Cycles. Okay, I guess. Get a Hallowed Fountain. Untapped. So can we expect a Fire Ice then? I think I still just need to do this with what's in my hand. I'm kind of choked on mana. Just okay trading here. If they wait and I draw Street Wraith, I also get rewarded as well. There's another binding. It's also like kind of nice. So they shock, so they just have 3 bindings. Don't think there's like a ton else that makes a lot of sense. Okay. So they got 2 cards in their hand. Well, I'm glad they used 3 bindings already. I'm gonna blast them here for Delirium and Surveil. Go, Lonely Channeler, go. 4 cards in their hands. My card is not very good. They pitched an Omnath. Is that a win? Probably not. Still, pitching an Omnath here is kind of crazy. Maybe they should have another one. Gonna be a tough one. Bad matchup to mulligan on the play, of course. They have Jace. Impossible card to cast. If I kill this Jace, which is not very likely, I guess, but could deck themselves. Yeah, you could play Back to Nature, maybe. I haven't lost this matchup yet, I think, so I wasn't sure how much we really needed in the way of, like, sideboard cards or whatever. Well, let's shuffle away that mountain. Yeah, it would kill Saga, but you could just, like, wait a turn. Or, either you Back to Nature then play Saga, or you just Saga, like, 2 turns after you play it. It's, like, pretty uncommon that it would kill your own Saga without, like, very bad planning. Mills 2 agents? Or Mills 1 agent? You mill... Okay. Gonna be a tough one. What is it? -7? -8? Mills another Force of Vigor. I do like see a path to victory. It's not super likely though. I'll do my best. You're a pretty funny one. Don't think it'll be particularly helpful. Yeah, I got Galvanic Blast in my hand. Can't be Domnath now. Okay, 2-1. We get 2 more shots. There's one at 5 p.m. today. Which I think I can stream that today. I don't really see why not. But for now, we'll pivot back.